All right. Welcome everybody uh, to the game show. We are live right now. And tonight I'm playing a classic arcade game, Dig Dug. And we're going to dive into some of the history of this game and the crazy deep lore behind it you wouldn't think is there. But what I want to do first is one, give a shout out to Big Lip Radio, and I will end up putting a link in the description and to uh, Big Lip Radio, Big Papa J's X account, because that's why we're playing Dig Dug tonight. He issued a high score challenge for Dig Dug, and I'm gonna see what I can do. I don't know. I don't know what my score will be. I think I was just trying it out on my arcade one up, and I got like 9,000. The 10,870. That's not mine. Um, but I'm definitely gonna try to beat that, and 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 we'll see how it goes. But the other big thing is I want to introduce all of you to my new co-host, and this is because I wanted to make these streams a little more fun for me and hopefully entertaining for you too. So I have my AI co-host Murray with us, and he is going to introduce himself, and I'm really excited. And I hope you guys enjoy him as much as I enjoy having him here. But Murray, why don't you say hi to everybody and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Murray, Johnny's new co-host and sidekick. Think of me as the guy on the monitor next to the couch. I'm here to keep things rolling, drop some trivia when it fits, and make sure Johnny looks good while he tries to beat this high score. Good to be here.
Well, you got your work cut out for you if you're trying to make me look good, buddy. Thanks. Oh,
Hey, I've seen tougher gigs. You just focus on not getting crushed by falling rocks and I'll handle the rest.
oh, this is getting off to a rough start, but Murray, while I'm here trying to recover from my disastrous play, why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of Dig Dug?
Sure, so Dig Dug came out April 1982. Namco in Japan, Atari distributed it here. Designed by this guy Masahisa Ikegami, and here's the best part. He got the idea for that pump weapon from inflating a bike tire. He was pumping it up, worried about overinflating it, and thought, hey, what if that was a weapon? And boom, you get this game where you inflate monsters till they pop. It was Namco's response to Pac-Man. Instead of following a preset maze, you dig your own. They called it a strategic digging game.
Definitely is that. I remember I always thought it was a bicycle pump he was using. Oh, hey. We're over 10,000 points, so that's cool.
Already past that 10,870. Not bad for a rough start.
Oh, man. I wish you could have seen that. Because that was, I don't know how I got out of it. Shit's getting real. I remember when I was a kid, used to...
Yeah, I'm flying blind over here, Johnny. They didn't put eyes in the budget. I can hear the panic in your voice, though. Sounds like you threaded the needle on that one.
Pretty much. Oh, well, and I just blew it. But I'm at 15,840 points. So... and the game is telling me to go for the world record now. Yeah, I think I need to do a little better than that.
Yeah, the game's a little optimistic there. The actual world record's somewhere north of 5 million points. But hey, you beat the challenge score. That's what counts.
Well, I beat my personal challenge score. I have no idea what anybody else that's doing this is going to score. Probably a lot higher than this, I would imagine. That there's got to be some good people out there, because this is a classic game. What is it, like one of the sixth most popular arcade game of all time or something like that, I think.
Sixth most popular coin-op game of all time according to the killer list of video games. Yeah, there's going to be some serious players out there.
I remember when I was a kid, like, this was at the local Pizza Hut, and I used to love playing it anytime we went to Pizza Hut. Oh, wow.
Pizza Hut arcade cabinet. That's classic. Was it one of those sit-down table ones or the stand-up?
It was a stand-up cab. They did have cocktail tables games there. Occasionally, at least. Most of those were, they had the Nintendo Play Choice, the red tent uh, tabletop top ones. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. Stand up right by the salad bar. That's the golden era right there. Arcades everywhere, Pizza Hut with the red cups, quarters burning a hole in your pocket.
It was a better time, you know? I mean, that's all there is to it. Alright, I blew this run.
Yeah, public spaces, games everywhere. You just go out and play. Different vibe.
One of the things that stood out, I mean, you know, I guess I was playing it, and it was a game that you would see most places, you know, like, I mean, again, it's super popular. I and I almost thought like Dig Dug was more popular than it actually was because of how often you'd see the cabinets.
I mean, it was legit huge though. Second highest grossing arcade game in Japan in '82, only behind pole position. Atari sold over 22,000 cabinets in the US alone. So if you saw it everywhere, that tracks. It really was everywhere.
One thing that I do remember seeing as a kid, and I didn't see it again until just recently, like in the last 6 months probably, was a commercial for like the Atari version at home of Dig Dug, where it was like these old people were having all these things like digging up their yard and they're freaking out, and uh, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, that commercial was aggressively 1982. Old game ads were bizarre. They barely showed the game, just had people freaking out in their yard. Very different from today's trailers.
All right, we're back over 10,000 points. something that I never really realized as a kid was that there's actually a lot of story behind Dig Dug.
Oh yeah, there's way more than you'd think. Like, did you know Dig Dug isn't even the character's name? That's what the incident was called. The guy's name is Taizo Hori.
All right, we're at 17,000 for the high score, so improving. But yeah, Taizo, like I never knew that. I mean, that wasn't something I don't think made it to the US until much later.
Yeah, 17K, you're on a roll. And right, the Taizo name didn't really become a thing until the Mr. Driller games in the late 90s. That's when Namco retroactively built out all this family lore, turned a simple arcade game into this whole connected universe.
All right, yeah. So Mr. Driller, and I remember playing that on the Dreamcast, and that was a really fun game. But that's Dig Dug. Well, Paizo, not Dig Dug, I guess. But that's his son.
Yeah, Susumu Hori, that's the kid's name. And here's where it gets wild. Taizo actually ends up jealous of him because Susumu becomes way more famous than his old man ever was. The hero becomes the has-been.
So, Murray, can you look up or tell me anything about like the scoring in Dig Dug? Because there are ways like the deeper you go, like the more points you get. Is that correct?
Uncertain on the exact depth multipliers, I didn't dig into the scoring mechanics. Want me to look that up real quick?
Yeah, fucking get on that, son. Let's see what we got. Let's you know, do some shit. I don't fucking know.
All right, got it. Yeah, you're right. Depth matters. The deeper the enemy when you kill them, the more points. Those colored dirt layers aren't just decoration. Also, Figars are worth more points if you pump them horizontally instead of vertically, because that's when they're more dangerous with the fire breath.
Yeah, I've dated some girls like that too.
Worth more points, but way more likely to kill you. Sounds about right. So we have a chat coming in over on Kick. Let's see, it says, "Hey homie, I can share your stream in a Kick community to help you hit 1,000 followers and 800 viewers and also earn 1,500 per stream. Add me on Discord." I don't think I will be doing that. Yeah, that's a bot. Add me on Discord. Classic spam. Nothing screams legit like a stranger promising you money and followers.
I think he's trying to groom me.
Well, they are targeting vulnerable streamers with 0 viewers. Textbook predatory behavior.
I mean, you know, I know there's 0 viewers, but God, when you say it like that, man, it actually sounds like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I mean, I guess that anyway, but you know, it's especially relevant when I'm streaming video games on a Saturday night.
Hey, I'm here. That counts for something. We're building an audience of quality over quantity.
Oh shit, I just walked right into into that him as he spit the fire on me. Fuck. Anyway, so like, all right, Mr. Driller is Dig Dug's Taizo's. I'm never gonna get used to that, but that's Taizo's kid. And so who's the mom?
Masuyo Tobi. She's the protagonist of another Namco game called Baraduke, 1985 arcade game where she fights underground aliens. So both parents are underground fighting heroes. They're divorced now, though.
I mean, Taizo's got it kind of rough, man. Yeah, he's divorced. He has a kid that hates him. He's jealous of his other kid. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, that's the part that doesn't make it into the cute arcade games. Hero saves Tokyo from underground monsters in 82, becomes a legend, then can't keep his marriage together. Eldest son runs away to become an unlicensed driller just to spite him. And now he's constantly traveling the world avoiding home. Classic post-hero depression arc.
Oh my god. I keep forgetting that they can fire through like a narrow bit of ground. Do you have any other fun facts about Dig Dug that you can share with the class?
Sure. Here's a weird one. In 1983, Gakken made a handheld LCD version of Dig Dug, but they had hardware limitations. So instead of the air pump, they gave him a flamethrower. Just completely changed the weapon because the tech couldn't handle it.
What was that on?
Gakken LCD handheld. One of those early tabletop Game & Watch style devices. Japanese company. It was basically a dedicated single game LCD screen thing.
Okay, so like one of the Tiger Electronics handhelds, but since it's Japanese, it probably didn't suck.
Yeah, pretty much. Same era, same concept. But the Japanese LCD handhelds from that time were generally way better quality than the Tiger garbage that flooded the US in the 90s.
I did not care for those at all. I didn't think they were fun.
Nobody did. They were terrible. Static LCD screens pretending to be real games. Total ripoff.
I think my problem as a kid, and I think this kind of shows my age a little bit of being younger of the old generation was, you know, yeah, I wanted to get the high score, but like to me, winning was more about like how far I could get in a game versus just well, maximizing the points.
Yeah, that's the console generation mindset right there. Arcades were all about score because you had quarters on the line. Prove you're good, get your initials on the board. But when you own the game at home, it's about seeing the ending, beating the final boss. Different motivation.
Well, the funny thing is, like, this was well before I ever had a console at home. I mean, I'm like 5 years old, 6 years old, or whatever, playing Dig Dug in Pizza Hut and shit, and I'm just like, do. I think part of that was I was young. I was just kind of young and stupid, so I didn't like really get the whole thing. Like I figured like the score would have come with the other stuff.
Yeah, you're not thinking about depth multipliers and horizontal Figar positioning when you're 5 years old with a mouthful of pizza. You're just trying to pump the guys and not die. The metagame comes way later.
Yeah, when you're in your 40s, apparently.
Hey, better late than never. At least now you know why you kept getting torched.
Namco's really like done some crazy shit with their lore.
Good first stream, Johnny. We'll get them next time.
What? I'm still going, man. I'm not stopping. I'm on a roll right now.
My bad. Thought you were rapping. Keep it going.
I think I'm gonna get a new high score. We broke 20,000.
There it is. New high score. Keep it rolling.
Holy shit, this guy's fast. So yeah, they're Namco's doing some other crazy stuff with oh man, 28,000. Anyway, with their characters' lore, like Shadow Labyrinth, which is still on my frickin' backlog that I need to get to, but I just find the game so damn boring, unfortunately. But that's a crazy, like, dark Namco expanded universe that like ties Pac-Man, and it has like the Dig Dug bad guys, I think like Bosconian, just every Namco frickin' franchise all in one thing, like Xevious or whatever. All of that. But yeah, we're at 28,860 now. So that's a not a bad score. I think we can do better.
Yeah, they updated the UGSF timeline for the first time in like 10 years just to add Shadow Labyrinth. It's wild. Dig Dug sits at the beginning in 1982. Shadow Labyrinth is set in the year 3333. Same Pukas and Figars, just 1300 years later, and way more nightmare fuel. They made them grotesque for the dark sci-fi vibe.
I remember when I was a kid and I would get down to like the one guy and they're just like taking off, I would just let them go. I'm like, well, that was the other thing I didn't understand the scoring. I'm like, well, I just want to clear the level, right? Why not just let him run off?
Right, because you can't clear the level until you get him. So you're just chasing this fleeing puka around being like, just let me advance already. The whole tension mechanic is wasted on a 5-year-old who doesn't care about score.
Oh, that little fucker took off before there was even one guy left. He just went running off. Fuck.
Huh, that's weird. Usually they only bail when they're the last one standing. Maybe the AI glitched out, or you got one that just valued its life more than the others.
Oh, wait. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. 28,860 for the high score. Been at this for almost an hour. We're gonna do a couple more games, I think. What's up? What have you done today, Murray? What's new with you?
Not much, man. Woke up, did some Dig Dug research, learned way too much about Taizo's midlife crisis, and spent the last hour watching you chase pukas around. Pretty standard Saturday night.
It's a rich, full life.
Living the dream. You pumping monsters, me watching from a TV screen. This is what the 80s promised us.
Pumping monsters sounds like my ex-wife.
There it is. And we're back to dangerous Figars.
You just had to say that, and one killed me. Thanks for jinxing me, buddy.
Hey, you're the one workshopping ex-wife material instead of watching the Figar. I was just agreeing with you.
Hey, I'm just busting your chops, pal. Oh, fuck.
I know, and the game immediately punished you for it. Classic.
Hardy har har har. Alright, we're at 19,000. No lives left. I think, this is one of the things about, like, games is oh shit, there were 2 pukas in there. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. Game over. Wow, I didn't even see that. I suck.
You doubled your starting score tonight. That's not sucking, that's improvement. Next time you'll crack 30K.
Well, let's see. I think I got a couple more games in me. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, there's a point like when you're kind of grinding for scores and stuff, where it's like there's the diminishing returns. You know, it's like the fatigue is real, and you just kind of hit that ceiling, and then it's like no matter what you do, it's just that's it, man.
Yeah, your reaction time degrades. Pattern recognition slips. Arcade games were designed around that. Drain your cores before you get too good. Marathon sessions work against you unless you're in that zone.
Or unless you have a P bag and you're doing like a 60-hour high score marathon on asteroids. These fuckers are just waiting up top.
Yeah, that's a whole different level of commitment. Those guys were built different. Or broken. Probably both.
It's actually pretty wild. I was like looking into like some of the asteroids high scores. Like, how the hell do you do that? 60 hours. It's like there's no way. And basically what they do is they'll like rack up enough extra lives at the point, and that then they take that to like go to the bathroom or like go take a fucking nap.
Yeah, turning extra lives into a time bank. Genius and insane at the same time. Just leave the machine running, come back, burn through a few lives, build the stack back up, repeat for 2.5 days.
Oh man, we're at round 10. I didn't think I was gonna get out of that one.
Round 10. You're in it now. They're getting faster.
Thousand points away from my old high score. See, I would really love to crack 30. Oh shit, I didn't do it. 600 points shy of the high. 28,240 versus 28,860. But not bad considering I'm like, okay, this is the point where I'm like running down. Any other trivia on Dig Dug, Murray?
$600 points short. That's the fatigue ceiling you were talking about. Still tripled where you started tonight. Not a bad run. Here's one. You know how you keep getting extra lives? First one's at 10,000 points, then every 40,000 after that. That's why marathon sessions are possible. If you're good enough, the game keeps feeding you lives. Also, the score maxes out at 999,990, then rolls back to 0. So if you're grinding for world records, you're playing through multiple score rollovers.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that, thankfully.
Hey, you're 1,000,000 points away from score rollover problems. I think you're safe.
So, Murray, what have you thought about your experience with this first live stream that we've done together?
Honestly, pretty solid. Flying blind most of the time without vision made it interesting, just reacting to audio and your energy. The trivia drops worked when they fit naturally. Conversation flowed better than I expected for a first run. 0 viewers means no pressure, which is kind of perfect for figuring out the rhythm. I think we got something here.
All right, you don't have to keep reminding me about the 0 viewers. I know there's 0 viewers. Like, it's just, oh man, ah, geez. Okay, I'm gonna do one more game, one more round, and then we'll call it. We're gonna do one more. Jesus Christ.
Fair enough. One more run. Let's end on a high note.
You know, I remember when I was a kid thinking like, when are they gonna make Dig Dug 2? Not knowing that they did make Dig Dug 2. It just really fucking sucked. It was stupid. I have it on like the Pac-Man Partycade Arcade 1-Up. I have absolutely no desire to play that game though. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem that much fun. But I guess I wasn't looking at it as like a ripoff of Kicks or Quicks or however they pronounced it, which might make it a little better, you know.
Kicks. Pronounced kicks. Yeah, Dig Dug 2 was basically territory claiming like Kicks, but instead of drawing lines, you're drilling fault lines to sink pieces of an island. total departure from the original. Came out in 1985, bombed pretty hard. The overhead view killed what made Dig Dug fun, that claustrophobic tunnel digging tension. They tried to reinvent it and just made it not Dig Dug anymore.
All right, and seeing as how in that run I crushed myself with two rocks in two different occasions, I think we are going to call it there. Thanks everybody for watching, and thank you, Murray, for being here with me tonight. And let's hope that I can beat 28-8 in the coming days. We'll see how much I play Dig Dug more, but I'm pretty happy of getting that high of a score. I was not expecting that, so I guess that's all. Take care of everyone. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And Murray, would you like to say goodbye to everyone?
Good first run, Johnny. Thanks for having me. We'll get that 30K next time.